The Song of Tears. Once upon a time, in a golden cage in the heart of a great kingdom, lived a magical bird named Abigail. She was not like other birds. Her feathers shimmered like starlight, and she could speak and sing with a voice more beautiful than any human had ever heard. For years, Abigail had filled the palace with her sweet songs. Kings and queens would travel from distant lands just to hear her voice. Children would stop crying when she sang lullabies. Even the flowers in the royal garden seemed to bloom brighter when her melodies danced through the air. But as the seasons passed, Abigail grew sadder and sadder. She watched other birds fly freely through her cage window, soaring high above the mountains and forests. She longed to feel the wind beneath her wings and to sing with her own kind. One morning, Abigail could not sing at all. Her voice had left her, just like her joy. She sat quietly on her golden perch, her bright feathers growing dull. The palace fell silent, the flowers stopped blooming, even the sun seemed dimmer without her songs. The king noticed Abigail's sadness and called his wisest helpers, but no one could make her sing again. Days turned into weeks, and Abigail grew weaker. One day, a kind traveler came to the palace. He was preparing for a long journey to the far mountains where wild birds lived free. When he saw Abigail's sad eyes, his heart broke. "Beautiful bird," he said softly, "what troubles you so deeply?" Abigail looked up with hope for the first time in months. "Sir, I have forgotten how to sing because I am so lonely. In those distant mountains live birds like me. Could you tell them that I love them, that I think of them every day?" The traveler nodded. "I will carry your message with all my heart." He traveled for many days through thick forests and over tall mountains until he reached a valley where hundreds of magical birds lived freely. Their songs filled the air like music from heaven. When the traveler shared Abigail's message, something amazing happened. Every bird in the valley began to cry. Their tears were not ordinary tears, but drops of pure love and sadness. "We love her too," they cried together. "We sing for her every morning and dream of her every night." The traveler rushed back to the palace, his heart heavy with their message. When he told Abigail what the birds had said, she began to weep. But these were not tears of sadness anymore. They were tears of joy mixed with the deepest sorrow. Abigail cried, and her magical tears began to flow like a silver stream from her cage. The stream became a brook, then a river. The tears were filled with such powerful love that they would not stop flowing. Soon, the river of tears flooded the palace gardens, then the courtyard, then the entire kingdom. The water was warm and sparkled like diamonds, but it kept rising higher and higher. The people of the kingdom gathered around Abigail's cage, amazed and frightened. The king himself came running. "The tears will not stop until she is free," cried the traveler. "Her heart is calling to her family." The king looked at Abigail, then at his flooded kingdom, then at the magical tears that sparkled with pure love. In that moment, he understood that some things were too precious to keep locked away. With trembling hands, the king opened Abigail's golden cage. Abigail spread her beautiful wings for the first time in years. As she flew up toward the open sky, her tears slowly stopped falling. The magical river began to flow back toward the mountains, leaving behind gardens more beautiful than ever before. Abigail soared high above the kingdom, her voice returning with a song so joyful that it reached the hearts of every person below. Then she flew toward the distant mountains, toward her family, toward home. The people of the kingdom never forgot the magical bird who taught them that love cannot be caged, and that sometimes the most beautiful thing you can do is set something free. And in the valley beyond the mountains, if you listen carefully on quiet mornings, you can still hear Abigail singing with her family, her voice carried on the wind like a promise that love always finds a way home.